Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Texas, site to race number 25 of the 2008 NRSL Cook Vanilla Cup Series season. And alongside me, once again, as you can hear him wrestling, is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
If you weren't watching the duels, you missed an absolutely insane duel number 1 and a very tame duel 2. On the front row today is Sky Commons alongside Time Pollard. Row 2, we'll see Jesse Turner and Johnny Gardner. That is it for who was actually clean and no damage out of Duel 1. Row 3 is Stephen Paul III and Peter Onjak. Row 4, Austin LaPlante with his first start in some 15 races.
Coca-Cola.
And Alexander Rowe. That's row 4, I think I said.
Yeah.
Row 5 will be Mary Shelley and Mark George. Mary Shelley will clinch the regular season title with a 32nd place finish or better.
Oh.
Here's the rest of Starting Grizz. I hand over to Stephen for his thoughts and predictions.
So at Texas, we've seen no repeat winners. Jerry Shelley, Brad Johnson, Maxwell Chan, Samuel Curtis, and Mark George are the 4 winners. Mark George is the only one in the field here today. It was a crazy duel 1. A lot of guys in backup cars trying out their cars for the first time, but they're starting toward the front, so that could get interesting. Kyderman is in the 82 car trying to battle Tim Randolph to get in the field. Like we mentioned, Mary needs 32nd or better as Tristan Woolhoit and Isaac Flickich are 5 row. 84 laps, it's a long race. We could see some strategy. So even if the guys are starting in the back, they have a chance to win because you can go back to fourth. It's a long race. Gotta be able to pace yourself with pit strategy.
Drivers, start your engines.
Okay, were you finished or was there anything else?
Just pitch strategy is going to be huge in this race. We see Kyderman won on a pitch strategy race at Chicagoland to see who can have the best strategy with 2 or 4 tires.
As the field is rolling, we're hearing reports of an issue with one of the cars.
Oh!
And it's our pole sitter, Sky Commons.
Oh, you hate to see it.
So the car's rolling. Jesse Turner is the one that's reported the issue because he could see it start, and he's getting blasted. Apparently, I don't know.
I think Sky Collins wish he wrecked that car.
Oh, I certainly think he wishes that he wouldn't have had the issues on the pace lap.
Johnny needs to win this race to keep his chase hopes alive. Pretty much, Time Pollard has no chance in the chase.
He really does. So we're getting ready to go through 3 and 4.
My pick to win is gonna be LaPlante. Who do you got?
You know what? I'll go for Kira Arenthade. Why not? As the green flag is out for the AAA 500.
And there's oil on the track.
Well, apparently. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Jesse Turner going to clear as well. We saw that the outside line could work through 1 and 2 yesterday. Will it be the same thing here today?
Now remember, the last few Texas races, we've seen a lot of death. Kyle Matthews flew through the air last year, so hopefully we don't see the same thing.
Oh, and Sky Commons already having to come to pit lane on lap 1. That's going to present issues. I think the field survived. Somehow. Despite the fact that they were 3 wide behind him, Robert Pollard's already in the middle. And we might have lost Steven. I don't know. 3 wide again. Mark George up the middle with Austin LaPlante to the outside. Fitzwater's on the bottom. So right now the field kind of getting single file a little bit. Kira Arenthade clears the pack. And now Alexander Rowe tries to set his sights on the 25 of Johnny Gardner. As Turner is gone. As well as Time Pollard and Stephen Paul III. Battle for 4th with Alexander Rowe and Johnny Gardner. Here comes Sam Young, the 34 car. Gonna make it quick work. 205, 206, 207 into turn 1. Insane speeds here right now at Texas Motor Speedway. Time Pollard closes in on Jesse Turner, the California winner. Here comes the 83, peaking low out of turn 4. Actually, we'll take a... As they're going side by side... Yeah, there it goes. All right. We'll be right back, and we'll actually hopefully have these issues fixed as Time Pollard goes to the race lead. Back to racing here as Time Pollard did, in fact, get the lead away from Jesse Turner. Stephen Pollard third is currently in for third, but not for long as here comes Alexander Rowe.
Yeah, I'm back from the dead. So Sam Young trying to get his first win. He's 30th in the points. So,
well, and he's going to push the 15 down the back straightaway, and yet again, we're seeing that it is the same case, at least a little bit. The outside line is working in 1 and 2. The inside is where you want to be in 3 and 4, though, as now Pollard's going to lose at least 2 spots. The speed's definitely a concern, though, I would think, and I'm sure the officials are going to try and fix that before next year.
The good thing is it looks like Sky Collins didn't kill the field. He separated the field.
Yeah, he is back out there and running, but is 1 lap down. The field, though, a massive mess back here.
Yeah, Robert Pollard holding everybody up.
That ain't helping either.
Whoa,
As 75 gets moved up out of up the track by the 47 of Gene Sanford.
Thanks, Gene. I appreciate it.
3 wide there.
You're paying for the backup car if you wreck it.
Well, I mean, I don't think 75's going to have to worry about a backup car for very long.
Yeah, that's true. 18 car Halloween coming down the inside of Jeffrey White.
Henry Williams not going to be able to make the move stick there on Jeffrey White.
As Keidemann moving through the field pretty well. He's almost in the top 18.
Almost he is. He's up into the top 20, though. Making a move on the 78. Going to get chopped off by the 70, though, of Matt Dixon.
Best finish is third twice, so he's Zach Rogers. Last time we seen he was flying through the air. He's moving through the field. Full deer put the 3 wide though.
We haven't exactly fixed everything, as we've got fast-talking Pollard, apparently.
Not that fast in talking.
Well, it's sped up talking. Say that much.
Just like me. 19 almost hit.
Deaver's going to clear Mark George, who definitely did not have a solid run through 1 and 2 there.
No, Zach Rogers, like I said, last time we saw him, he's flying through the air.
And checked and released, and they obviously able to run here today. So you see they're currently in 22nd.
Yep.
Max Anderson and Austin LaPlante battle for 14th.
LaPlante trying to get his first top 10 of the season. Battle up here between Sam Young, Pollard's losing spots right here.
Henry Sanford, Bill Bragg Jr., Stephen Pollard third. Gardner able to get the run off of turn number 2 apparently. Now makes the move on Sam Young, I should say.
Just waiting for Gardner's engine issue.
And Chris Wilson trying to make the move on Mary Shelley, trying to keep his chase hopes alive in any fashion he can.
Yeah, he's 15th on the grid right now, so he's trying to get, or 16th, sorry.
Well, he's 16th and in on points, but right now a Time Pollard win would not help him, and that would actually knock him out of the chase. Time Pollard had to make top 30 first.
Actually, he might. He's actually a lot closer than I thought he was to the top 30. He's only 118 points back, and with William Brock DNQing, that's going to be huge.
No, Brock made the race.
Oh, Brock did make the race? Oh, my bad.
He's currently running in the 28th position.
You know why? Because the 11 missed the race. I missed that. That's my fault.
That's where the confusion was.
Yeah, and he's not even close to catching the 11.
As Brock actually trying to pass the 47 will do so off turn number 4.
You know what's funny? If Brock finishes 32nd, he cannot pass. It's the same gap between Anderson and Shelley, between Time Pollard and Brock.
Wait, what?
Time Pollard's 118 points behind Brock.
Okay. I was trying to figure out who you're comparing to.
Yeah. If Time Pollard makes a chase, that's going to be a miracle how many times he got subbed out.
It really would. As right now, Mary Shelley, though, running in a perfect spot to clinch her chase spot up.
Man.
Henry Sanford now makes the move for 7th.
Here comes Pollard. Pollard, every year of his career that he's run full-time, has won at least 2 races. He still needs to get 1 more this year.
Well, right now, these guys are falling back into the clutches of the rest of the pack.
Jesse Turner, very solid week for him. He was up front in the duel, survived, and he's run 2nd. Not going to make the chase this year, but Jesse running up here right now.
Well, and he's building up some solid momentum going into next year, it looks like. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We'll have to see if Turner actually...
Merge into... Yeah, sorry, Charles, go ahead. Ganassi will emerge in the DEI Ganassi next year, so the 41 will be dead. Oh, it'll actually be Mayfield, so.
Well, yeah, but we'll have to wait and see if what Turner's plans end up being on whether or not he stays with Dodge, stays with Ganassi, or even makes a move to someone else. As Sam Young makes the move for third.
He's pitting.
That was Mark George on pit lane, so a good call there.
Might have a little issue, maybe. Nope.
No issue. Just regularly scheduled stop, apparently.
It's early. If they're making stops this early, they're going to make like 4 stops.
As Sam Young now gets the move done. Henry Sanford up into the top 5, though, into 4th.
Uh-oh. If Henry might go back-to-back if he wins again.
He might, but, I mean, Richmond's a tough spot to win at, so.
I mean, yeah, Kev almost won there last year, so I agree with you.
As right now, that allowed the top 2 to kind of get back out ahead of them. Peter.
As I see.
Go ahead.
Jack off the base.
Yeah, Onjack's back here. We'll have to see if Mark George can actually use his new tires for anything. He did lose 2 laps underneath that pit stop, so.
Looks like we got a big train in the front of the pack here. Not a lot of like we saw in the truck race side by side. Well, but I'd say that, and right here's the battle.
Chris Wilson's going to make the move work on the 08. Looks like Smed Ozcon's going to follow through as well.
He finished second at Indy trying to use, well, he had a couple bad runs in the D&Q, but he's trying to use that momentum. He did win the D&Q race lately.
As Shelley now back to the 11th spot, but I don't think she's really worried about it. Obviously, the team would have informed her probably of that 32nd place goal, so. As Fitzwater trying to make a move maybe on Kira Ehrenthade.
Some other note, Ty Paul also meant he's the 2003 veteran. It's a very forgettable 2003 driver, but he had
one moment where that was memorable.
Yes.
And it wasn't a good one.
Nah, we're not allowed in Russia anymore, but that's not the point.
Smed Ozcan trying to make a move on Chris Wilson. Now is battle for second. Sam Young looking for the spot on Jesse Turner. As Alexander Rowe made a move on Henry Sanford, couldn't quite make it work.
According to my notes, Time Pollitt's best finish is 3rd in the 2003 Daytona 500. Let me check that out. I don't know how true that is.
I remember we were joking about that. I thought you said he beat it. Or you said he had another top 5. We said his only top 5 was in that race.
Yeah.
Turner again makes the Henry Sanford up the middle.
Henry's on a mission. Yeah, actually, he finished 4th like 3 times, but so it's been since the inaugural race of the series. Time Pollard hasn't been finished. How about that's a story right there?
Well, right now would do 2 spots better as Henry looking for second now as they come off turn number 4.
Yeah, somebody's
Let's see if he actually thinks better than what Sam Young was doing. Nope. He's going to make that move, although he's going to make it actually work for him. Henry Sanford power moving into second.
Well, we've seen Henry win at Michigan. They must have brought the Michigan car here. Obviously, 2 different domains, but...
yeah, 2 entirely different tracks. But solid run there. And I think Mary Shelley's going to be the first of our leaders to pit.
Now, like we saw with Seb Kugelblon, you do not want to get trapped on pit road.
Yeah. Looks like she's going to be the only one pitting this time around.
Here, Andre, I wonder what happened to him. He must have pitted sometime.
Not sure exactly. As now the pit cycle fully underway as Time Pollard's going to pit the second time around.
If we stay green, it'll be a miracle.
Jesse Turner, Alexander Rowe also in. Max Anderson will pit.
Yeah, hopefully time doesn't end up like hard yesterday.
Gene Sanford also is in. Tristan Wilhoit, Amy Shelley, Adam McDowell is in. And it looks like a vast majority of cars actually going to pit on the 3rd lap around. Oh, Sam Young got a little bit advantageous coming to pit lane. Oh!
Oh no.
Some drivers do stay out an extra lap.
Yeah, waiting for that caution. Oh man, I don't like all these people on the road at once.
Majority of the field pitting that time around. Right now, the leader is Seth Cole. James Qualls stayed out. So did Flickinger, Randolph, and Robert Pollard.
Yep. If the caution came out now, I think I'd be celebrating.
No caution, though, so Qualls,
Yep, no hopes.
Seth, Isaac, Robert, and Randolph all pit on lap 28. And it
Time
looks like
Pollard's
that
gonna have a
should
big
cycle it around to Time Pollard.
Lead. A big lead.
As there was Gardner, there's Sam Young, there's Henry Sanford coming off pit lane. Where does Turner cycle through in all this? He's going to come out in second, it looks like.
Now, where will these guys cycle out too? As the 60 should retire for getting beat by the 75.
Oh, well, that didn't fix.
That happened. Well, tough. Well, Isaac's locked in the James. This is going to be a bad weekend at Texas.
As I think officially Time Pollard is in the lead.
And guess who's ahead of him? That's Brock. So if Brock is last and he's leading, he could jump in. That'd be something. How about that?
Well, we're still waiting on things to cycle around. So Time Pollard is the race leader. 37 has been released now from their pit, so that's good. Jesse Turner what they need to do is they need to coordinate a little bit better next time. Jesse Turner is second, Henry Sanford's third, Mary Shelley's fourth, Sam Young is fifth, Johnny Gardner, Alexander Rowe, Max Anderson, Bill Bragg Jr., Gene Sanford was 10th. It is now going to be Samet Ozkan. Stephen Pollard third will be 11th. Gene Sanford 12th as the caution flag flies.
And that's for nothing. The officials thought the race was getting boring.
I doubt it was for nothing. So
it doesn't look like. I guess somebody threw their shoe on the track.
Caution flag flies here at Texas. We'll take you back and show you what happened to bring out the caution for the first time today. Leaders were just on pit lane, but they're now going to take the opportunity underneath the caution to pit once again. Time Pollard leads the field down to pit lane.
Seth Cole stays out with Qualls. Feel like they just came up pit road, so got a mulligan unless they're lapped down. I'm not sure.
The only ones a lap down are the 38, the 2, and the 37. Yeah. So I think they're going to get away with it.
Did that guy really do the Papyrus Hotel?
Apparently. Fuel only on the 83 as well as the 41. And it will be Time Pollard winning the race off pit lane. Jesse Turner, Sam Young, Henry Sanford, and either Rowe or Gardner, the fifth car off pit lane.
Staying out was, wow.
And a lot of drivers actually staying out underneath the caution. Let's go back to the restart, which was, the caution was for debris, by the way, so. We mentioned it was for debris was the caution, but we did find this underneath the yellow as William Duncan had Isaac Flickinger cut across his nose, and there was no forgiveness for that one.
William Duncan should be parked for the rest of the year for that. Oh, wait.
Oh, John Flickinger!
Oh, the motor!
Oh, no!
That's huge. Because Flickinger was no width. William Duncan is going to get his ass beat by Penske tonight.
Oh, wow. A 2-for-1 special on taking out Penske cars for William Duncan.
We talked about season 1 being memorable at Sonoma. This is going to be season 6 Texas ass beating.
So we didn't see that, but now now we've covered that one, we will go back to the restart. And we are back. Only retirees underneath the caution were the 12 and the 2 of Adam and Isaac Flickinger. The person that's the happiest for that is the 37 Akira Arenthade. Stephen Paul III is now the race leader. Seth Cole is second. James Qualls third. Kenny Moma is fourth. Tristan Wilhoit fifth. Jessica Shelton sixth. Tim Randolph is seventh. Robert Pollard is eighth. Zach Rogers is ninth. And Ryan George is 10th. 11th is Peter Onjak, and those are the cars who did not pit.
We saw Onjak like 10 seconds off the pace. It's a good recovery for Onjak.
As you see, there's the top 20 through Gene Sanford. As the pace car is off, 3 lap cars right now in the form of the 20, 38 and 37, and we are racing once again.
Yeah, those laps. Oh, Jess to the outside.
Well, you have to look to the outside first, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Sky Commons had the pole, but unfortunately that oil leak early on, trying to get a lap back. I don't know if he is currently only 1 lap down. So
Seth has a long. I'm gonna find out exactly how long Seth is. Seth is about 74 to
3
75
wide
races.
back here. This ain't gonna end well.
Whoa.
Robert
That's
Pollard's
definitely
in the
not gonna end
middle. Zach Rogers looking to the outside. Omjek stuck behind him.
75's running an old Zach Rogers car, and Zach Rogers was the guy in the car.
As
Whoa!
still 3 wide around the 75.
How did the 19 clear the 75 in the fence? That was the greatest move I've ever seen in my life.
James Quall's losing ground as well. You can't say this is new tires issue. Like, the guys on the freshest tires are the guys who stayed out because they were the ones who pit the soonest.
Seth, man. Oh, Brian, George, what are you doing, mate?
As I think Onjek is still stuck behind the 75. Yes, he is. Onjek losing a ton of ground right now, as finally he's going to get himself clear of the 75, I think.
Oh, boy. We got a new leader almost, as Tristan just took the lead in a dead heat. Almost a dead
Well,
heat.
no, by a 10th over the 10. Now the 75 up on the outside, so I think that will kind of help clear things back there. Time Pollard, our early dominating car, currently trying to work his way back up to the front.
Tristan needs this win. This will help us in a lot of ways if the 99 get the owner and driver.
As Wilhoit trying to also relap the 38.
Whoa.
I think he went to the apron.
I don't know where you're going, Tristan, but I mean, 2 Aflac cars here.
Kenny Moma trying to look to the outside for the race lead, possibly.
Here comes 2 rivals, Randolph and Jessica right here, trying to get to the front.
And the 99 will lap the 38, who was on the tail end of the lead lap. So
Jessica crashed and flipped Kyle Matthews last year, now going for the race lead, so a better 2 years here for Jess.
as the 60 now clears the 38, sets his sights on the 99 of Tristan Wilhoit.
Now remember, these guys are 2 laps short in fuel. The other guys are 2 laps better, so that's going to come into effect if you don't have a caution.
Well, if they go green for a long way, yeah. Time Pollard now stuck on the outside. Here comes Sam Young looking for that spot.
Yeah, cars work better in clean air right there. Whoa, Gardner, man.
Henry Sanford also behind 34, trying to make the move on the 83. Gardner nearly got into the 83.
This is a tight corner racing right there. Seth Cole had one of his best fronts. He's usually a team killer. He's not being a team killer today.
As Stephen Paul III makes the move for 4th on the 21 of Jessica Shelton. Shelton maybe looking for a crossover, as here comes Sam Young looking for 6th.
Sam Young, he's won in. He won in Atlanta, he won in Vegas. This is another 1.5 miles. Those were the Hooters and the trucks. Trying to get a clean sweep at a 1.5 mile track in all 3 series this year.
As Henry Sanford trying to take that spot away now from the 34, not able to keep the move there. Shelton makes the move on Stephen Paul III, so this is the battle for 4th, raging on again.
Tristan, this is not a big race. Well, this is a chase, but it's not a crown jewel. He won his last race, I believe, at Darlington, or no, the Coke 600 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it kind of cut out a little bit. I know what you're
for
trying
Tristan
to say.
Since he won his last race. Yeah, 44 races.
We're still having internet problems over here. I'm sorry. As William Brock trying to desperately stay on the lead lap. Wilhoit leads over Tim Randolph. Sky Commons is a lap down. Kenny Moma, of all cars, is in 3rd right now.
He's been running better lately, though.
Shelton 4th. Seth Cole's looking maybe for 5th. Or, yeah, that would be for 5th. He's got 6th. Seth Cole is 7th. Gardner now looking to go and grab 8th spot away as Seth makes the move on the 84 into turn number 1.
Seth doesn't
washes up the track a little bit.
Oh, God. Yeah, Seth doesn't have a top 5, right?
Not this season, no.
Yeah, he's the only
and
driver
currently
in the top
now will be running in the top 5.
Yeah, only one in
As
the top 42
nearly
for that
trouble
one.
back here in the form of Time Pollard.
Yeah, he's trying to make his way back to the front.
Well, but he's going to have to be patient about it, and I think the crew needs to at least let him know there are a lot of cars in front of him that are have less fuel than he does. I think Henry Sanford is the car leading the group of those that pit, I believe.
I believe so, Charles. Yeah.
As Sanford now looking for the 6th spot away from the 84. Qualls trying to work his way back up as well, as he was 3rd on the restart, now taking the 9th spot away from Sam Young. Or working on trying to take
60
9th.
car is coming. Here comes the 60 for the race lead. He's about side by side.
He's actually already grabbed the race lead, as now Sky Commons tries to get back in front of the 99. Kenny Moma might try and use that to his advantage.
How will the 60 get screwed over this week?
Huh?
How will the 60 get screwed over this week?
Oh, how? I don't know. I almost thought the caution was out there for a moment. The way one of the caution loops
Lights
around the
were
track.
looking?
Yeah, one of the lights. As Tim Randolph now trying to find a way around the 20 to put the William Brock machine back 1 lap down.
Yep, that's a tough break for him. Sky Commons got a good car. He's just stuck a lap down.
Same, yeah, definitely. Trying to look for where a good battle is on track. Looks like Johnny Gardner trying to maybe catch up to the 84. They can make moves. It just takes them a while to set them up a little bit. As here comes Gardner now trying to take a spot away from the 84 car of Stephen Paul III.
Yeah, trying to come down here, trying to keep his chase hopes alive. Time Pollard is stuck in 11th, but he's got him and Henry are going to be the most interesting 2 cars in this.
As Gardner's still there as they go down the back straightaway. Pollard's going to clear into turn number 3. Qualls is going to use this to his advantage, though, as he will pass the 34 through 3 and 4. And here comes that 25 car again, as I think someone got the 38 up into the outside line.
Now, where is the 08 car? That was the whole question, too.
Currently in 20th, so she's doing exactly what she needs to do.
Yep.
And I was right, 38 did get up, got moved up out of line at least a little bit. As now Shelton clears. Looks like Seth Cole's going to try and do the same. But I think 38's going to use that outside line to his advantage off turn number 2 once again. Henry Sanford is going to maybe try and take a peek.
Yeah, trying.
And he's actually going to pull a crossover on Seth Cole down the back straightaway. It's not often you see someone pull a crossover in that fashion.
Oh, this is a good crossover.
He tried it. He didn't quite complete the crossover. As Randolph made a move on the 20. Nearly contact as it come off turn 2. Here comes the 99 once again.
Sorry.
Kenny Moma also looking on. Go ahead.
Kenny hasn't won since the MV2 days. Didn't you say that, Charles?
The 10 hasn't, no. The 10 has never won since Evernham took over.
Yeah, it's been since season 4 California with PJ Williams, I believe the driver was.
Sounds about right. Season 3 or season 4? 2005, I think. I think it was 2005.
Here comes the 60s.
Couldn't quite get there. Top 4 still battling it out, though, as Shelton now catches back up to this top group. And
when are they going to pit again is the real question.
Interesting separation back here, as William Duncan has found his way up into the top 10 now. Slowly but surely worked his way up. Looks like no damage really there to the 31.
I know on Jess too. She's still in 4th.
Will Hoyt has pit.
Pitting.
So now it starts.
When she won at Bristol, she started 41st.
Where did she start today?
In 41st, I think.
I don't have it even up anymore. Sky Commons goes around the outside of him as these guys now pit. That hands the lead over to Seth Cole. as the pit stop cycle starts again, the second time that we've had green flag pit stops in this race.
I think this might be Seth's first lap sled this season. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure because he's been pretty bad this year. Oh God.
That was an interesting move for Henry Sanford. I think that they've told him, as the hand flashing out the window, Seth Cole will now pit. That hands the lead over to the 7th. Sky Commons also will pit.
5 seconds back is time forward.
And Gardner now up to 2nd through all this, as these guys are going to have to pit as well not too long from now. Henry Williams is 4th. Anderson up to 5th.
Barely make it to the end from here.
We'll have to wait and see. Henry Sanford's going to pit this time around, it looks like. Same for Gardner. William Duncan will pit. Henry Williams is pitting. Sam Young, though, will stay out an extra lap for some... And how about this? Mark George, who was the first to pit underneath that first cycle, is going to be one of the longer ones to pit this time.
Yeah, trying to stretch the Aaron, it's Matt, Mary Shelley's 3rd, Smet. We got Ethan Kaiserman
That is because there's a lap car in between them in the form of the 75.
Yeah, he's in the way today.
So Sam Young's going to pit. 66, it looks like, as well.
Yep, 75 is going to go high.
As Zorline got held up, but he stays out an extra lap. That was not smart.
I think that was planned.
Well, but the problem is then now his in lap has been absolutely killed.
Yeah, that's true. But he gets a caution right now. He's set.
You know, it's an interesting thing about that first pit stop. That first pit stop was around lap 18 to 20. We're now coming down to like 24 to go this time by. As Zorline pits, I think that's going to hand the lead over to Tim Randolph. Meanwhile, the pack of cars back here, Will Hoyt has gotten up to what looks to be 2nd. Obviously need to wait for it to cycle all the way around. Kenny Moma could cycle out to be 3rd. Seth Cole's right there. Ryan George out of nowhere seemingly on that pit cycle.
Yeah, good move by them.
Is coming around this time. Well, so it's going to take another lap to cycle it fully around.
How about Tim Randolph? They must have two tires or something.
So Tim Randolph will be the race leader. It will be Tristan Wilhoit 2nd. Kenny Moma is 3rd. Seth Cole is in 4th. Oh, poor Austin. Zach Rogers is 5th. 6th place is a battle between Ryan George and Jessica Shelton. 8th place to Johnny Gardner. 9th is Henry Sanford. 10th, Stephen Paul III. James Qualls is 11th. William Duncan 12th. Time Pollard, Henry Williams, Sam Young, Alexander Rowe, Peter Onjack, Chris Wilson, Max Anderson, and Bill Bragg Jr. currently are the top 20 as the battle is for 20th with Mark George. George will get the spot back. 22nd is Smed Oscon. 23rd is Fitzwater, under threat though from Gene Sanford. Zorline is 25th. Amy Shelley, Cole Deaver. Mary Shelley is in 28th.
Oh boy.
29th, Matt Dixon. 30th is Robert Pollard, though. Jesse Turner, Adam McDowell, Ethan Keiderman, JT Bryant, Kyle Matthews, Jeffrey White, Austin LaPlante is 37th. Those are the lead lap cars. As no other issues with Erin Thade that time around now that she didn't have to deal with the 2. As Rogers trying to get 3rd or 4th away from his teammate. Henry Sanford took a dive on the 25, couldn't quite make it work.
The person who needs to win the most is Tristan right here. He's 233 out coming into today, and he doesn't have the most realistic shot of getting in, so he needs to get up there.
Yeah, the magic number for everyone was 186. The magic number after the duels for Richmond will be 148. Seth Cole trying to get 2nd away from Will Hoyt. Here comes the 5.
Win too. Despite Seth having a dismal year, he can still make the chase. He's less than 100 points behind Brock.
He really could. as he's going to get second away from Wilhoit. Wilhoit not able to use that outside line to his advantage. Ryan George got a spot away from Kenny Moma now. As Henry Sanford trying to use his new tires to his advantage. Here comes Shelton.
One of this is going to be like Michigan. Who took
and
more,
a lap car. The lap cars are taking the fight to the 60.
This is how Randolph gets screwed over.
Here comes Brock. Here comes Commons.
They want their lap back.
I mean, they need to get up there because that's the only way to really get back in this is to get your lap back, get a caution.
Yeah, Brock can see this right here. But the thing with Seth is he would be 15th on the grid, so he needs to like jump.
Oh, look at this mess back here. Third place now for Henry Sanford. Shelton's fourth. Rogers now to fifth. Ryan George is sixth through all that. Will Hoyt's back to seventh. Could this be a side? Gardner! Whoa, what a move.
Remember what we saw with Gardner in the dual race? He bombed 4 tires.
You know what?
And rocketed through the field.
I think I know what this is. Will Hoyt was the first to pit. Those tires are now starting to show their life.
Yep, and here comes the rest of the field. Here comes Seth.
Seth is closing in on the 60. I think the 75 pit. No, that's. Oh. 78 has gone to the garage. Engine issues for the Furniture Row Chevy.
Big. That's big.
24th in the points coming in.
Seth has 3 career wins. He won Indy, he won Darlington, he won Michigan.
But it's been since Michigan in what, 2005?
Yeah, it's been a long time, and it's been a dismal stretch. The 06 season was. We don't got to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about that. Seth doesn't even want to talk about that. As here
he
comes
goes.
the 5. Through
Seth
1 and 2, not able to make a move yet. But if Seth doesn't make a move quick, Henry Sanford's right there.
Seth became the first car driver to ever miss a race in the 5 car, trying to make the chase in this
Taking
car
a peek down the front straightaway. Here comes the 5. Where does Henry Sanford go in all this?
Push Seth. Don't go high.
Sanford to the middle.
What a move. Oh, what a move. Don't wreck. Don't wreck.
Can't quite make it work yet, but he's outside of Seth down the back straightaway. Henry Sanford's going to go to second for the time being.
Henry Sanford bringing the best Robbie Gordon cars right before the chase.
Randolph loving what he sees now in his rearview mirror.
Nah, the tires are destroyed in the 60. He's just hanging on for dear life.
But it buys him some time.
And there's too many laps left.
Sanford using the outside line to his advantage, though. Look at the job that 7 can do.
38 into 20 are hoping for a caution. They are on the tail end right now.
Henry Sanford clears into turn 3, sets his sights on the 60 of Tim Randolph. I don't think it really matters which line he goes to, truthfully.
Yeah, that 7's too fast.
As Rogers makes the move back there, we watch the battle for the lead. This is for 4th. Shelton is going to use the outside line. She hangs on to 4th for now. Sanford still on the back bumper of the 60, though. Hasn't made the move yet. Now he does into 3.
Yep. Now, oh, wow, he got it. This is going to...
And Sanford is going to lead at the stripe. 5 bonus points to the 7.
What would this be? 3 out of the last 6?
It would be 3 of the last 5 for Henry Sanford. Tim Randolph now back to second.
Oh, man, it's all depends. Do they got to pit again, too? If they might have pitted early, you never know.
Seth Cole now trying to find a way around Randolph for second as the lap cars battle in front of him in front of Sanford for 37th. They should have really worked together, truthfully.
That's dirty air right there.
As still side by side down the back straightaway, this is going to allow the 7 to catch up a little bit.
But if they're side by side, the 7 cannot get a. That's going to allow us to.
I mean, we thought that about the battle for second, though.
Yeah, look at this. This is good.
As Brock hangs on to it for now.
And
Sanford catching up. Already has a full second lead.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, my God. What is he going to do?
Sanford might be able to take it 3 wide down the back. Not going to do so yet.
Yep, he's stuck up high. Look at this. Don't tell me he's going to try to make that move on the high side.
Well, it doesn't do anything yet. Meanwhile, back here, Rogers now has gone 3rd away from Seth Cole.
Zach Rogers was flying through the air about 3 days ago. Now he's about 1 second off the lead.
The gap maintained, actually, by the way, for the race lead.
I'm surprised. They got to work together right here. 7 car is fast. Nobody's catching him.
Henry Sanford trying to look for a way around the 38 to put the Yates car back a lap down here. Looks like he'll be able to do so. Rogers, meanwhile, has made the move for second.
Here comes Rogers. Now can he reel in the
Seth tried to take
here.
a page out of the Sevens book unsuccessfully.
Zach Rogers won Coca-Cola and the Coke 600 earlier this year, trying to get another win.
Right now needs to get to second, though.
Johnny
Rogers already has the spot clinched in the chase.
I don't know if we caught it in the cameras, but Jess took out the 05 in the dual race, started 41st, now trying to pass these guys to get up here.
Well, right now is in fourth, looking for the spot away from the 5 of Seth Cole.
Do they have enough fuel?
Well, I think for that, you'd want to look at the 99. Tristan Wilhoit, back in 12th, was the first of our leaders to pit.
I don't know.
I don't see him pitting this time around, so he stays out. There are just 5 laps to go from Texas. Seth Cole makes the move on the 60. Not going to make that one work.
Well, look at the tire wear. Almost a full second off, so you can tell it's getting close to another round of pit stops, but it's 4 laps to go.
And you're not pitting for tires at this point. You're only pitting if you can't make it.
I think the field's hoping Henry pits.
Huh?
I think the field's hoping Henry pits.
I think they are too. Sanford, though, using the lap cars to really get a draft, though, as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah, Henry's going for his 7th career win, which would break the tie with Steve Paul and enter a tie with Patterson and Steve Paul III.
Wilhoit stayed out still, so it doesn't look like fuel's going to be an issue for the leaders here.
You never say never. Nope. They're just going to have to hold on to these tires.
So right now, the battle is for 5th. William Duncan wants 5th away from the 21. Gardner's up here as well, trying to fight for his chase hopes at this point.
And the 7 won the owner's title last year. This time, they don't have to get into the owner's space. They're in both right now. And that 7 car, oh man.
Sanford makes a move on Sky Commons. Looks like he'll clear the 38. Well, maybe. Right now, though, still battling here. 2 laps to go at Texas.
Yep, only if Seth Cole could get clear of that 60, he might have got a shot into the chase. Henry Sanford's going to be the odds-on favorite now entering. What a streak of races. It's like the Fitzwater streak in the
as it runs, I think what this would do, this would move Henry Sanford to the top of the chase grid. Meanwhile, Mary Shelley is just a lap and a half away from clinching the regular season title as Henry Sanford has started the final lap.
Oh man, what a dominant streak! He actually he's won 3 races since season 2. In the last 3 races, it's been unbelievable. Somebody pitted right there, but that doesn't matter right here. Here comes the 7 off the final corner.
Caution! Wilhoit and Kenny Moma. I think the caution flag is out, but it doesn't matter. The caution flag flies on the final lap, but Henry Sanford wins at Texas.
Was it out before or no?
No, they were racing back. They were definitely racing back. And coming off turn number 4, Mary Shelley clinches her spot in the chase as she is your regular season champion.
Get her the trophy. Man, I don't know who wrecked, but we'll have to see that. That was crazy.
There's the wreck.
Big wreck. Big wreck.
Or the smoke, at least, from it. As Seth Cole was in it. So this started up front, too. Tim Randolph was back here in 31st.
Time Paul got up to 10th through all the melee.
We will take a look at what happened as a caution flag flies on the final lap of this one. Let's take a look, actually, before we even look at the results.
Make sure that they got the...
Let's see. What happened to Seth?
Yeah, this happened on the final lap, obviously. Oh, wow. Just old tires.
Got up right into the 60.
Is that frustration, too? I think that's some frustration by Seth because the 60 cost him the win. And then somebody hits the 6. Yeah, he gets hit by something. Oh, he said, screw you.
He hit the 60.
not happy tempers are flaring. That was a pretty tame wreck. I thought the whole field was going to be involved
I
in that
thought
one.
so too, with looking at how is the back straightaway and smoke.
Yeah, Seth is not happy with Tim Randolph.
Oh, Kyle.
Kyle Matthews. Yeah.
That one beneficial though to the 46 as he actually ended up gaining a couple spots out of that.
Yeah, it's a miserable season for him.
Robert Pollard ended up having to pit late, it looks like, as 99, 10, and 75. Also looks like the 49 had to pit late.
So Johnny third, that might be able to help him in the chase.
So that will wrap it up. Top 10 here today, an all-veteran top 10. Henry Sanford, Zach Rogers, Johnny Gardner, Stephen Paul III, James Quall, Sam Young, William Duncan, Jessica Shelton, Henry Williams, and Time Pollard. Just because I'm curious now, actually, where did Shelton actually start?
39.
It's 39, so not too far off. Henry Williams, Time Pollard, the rest of the top 10. Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
It was very interesting to say the least. Henry Sanford, great win. 3 out of the last 5 rigged. No, I'm kidding. Henry's doing really well. He's won at a 2-mile track, like a super speedway. Vince, he didn't win Vince Arena. What was the other track he won at?
The 3 races that he won were Darlington, Michigan, and now Texas.
Yeah, so 3 different types of tracks. Very good. Zach Rogers, who was flying through the air. Great job in that backup car. Gardner, not sure if that's going to help keep him alive or not. Pollard's 4th. Sam Young is 6th. That's what Sam Young needed. So if he's top 30, he needs to get a win next weekend. Time Pollard definitely helping his chances there. Kiteman 26th. So it looks like we're going to have 1 spot open left. If we get a new winner, we might not. At least we know we're going to have 1 spot in points right there.
Actually, that's true. Henry winning actually guarantees that at least 1 spot would have gotten in on points naturally.
Yes. Who's at the bottom down here? Fitzwater 26th. So tough break by Isaacs. Both Flickingers, bad race. Amy Shelley did not need that engine feeling for the owner's chase for the 78. Seth Cole, really tough break. Him and Tim Randolph are having words. And I don't remember who turned the 2 car, but they're having words too. I think
that was William Duncan who got into the 2.
Yeah, Fitzwater.
And then the car sliding down the track just happened to hit the 12 of all cars.
Yeah, Fitzwater's trying to de-escalate that situation in the back before going to Italy. Austin and Plant 30th. They still only have 1 top 20 this year, so 2 top 20s, excuse me. So a very rough year for them. So yeah, like we mentioned, the truck race, we are going to be flying to Italy, and then we're going to the Trigger Cav Shear weekend. Last year, Cav Shear almost won. The 12 car did win last year with Amy Shelley, I believe, at Richmond, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to the chase time. So it looks like Kiterman, Tim Randolph, and some of these guys are going to make the chase. We're going to have 1 spot for points, which right now would be Chris Wilson, who was able to beat the 12.
Well, no. Currently, the 1 spot would have been for Mary Shelley.
Mary. Yeah, so if we have a new winner, that will knock Chris Wilson out. So there's a lot of possibilities next week. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see Richmond choose to be a crash fest. Well, I thought this was going to be a crash fest, but it wasn't. So I'm looking forward to the Trigger Cav Shear weekend and going to Italy to eat some food next week. What are your final thoughts, Charles?
So with that said, congrats to Henry Sanford on the win. I thought it was a good one here today. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. Leave a comment down below if you weren't watching the premiere chat with us to let me know that you were watching. Helps the channel out as well. For Stephen Paul III, I'm Garden Fan 291, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you in Italy.
Mamma mia.